During the first few months of the pandemic, I saw such a need in my company, in my community, that I was just trying to help everyone. And that was definitely the closest that I've come to burning out, because I realized that there was so much more need than I could ever actually fill. And I think when you look at some of the frameworks for good mental health and well-being, safety sits always across them. And if we don't feel safe, we cannot move to our fullest expression. And so still in this day and age, we are not always safe being who we are, loving who we are, expressing who we are. Only really when we get past that feeling of, can I be safe in this space? Can I be me in this space? Can I love? Can I do what I want in this space? Can we radiate into our full selves?
I didn't want to experience or fully feel the grief that I was feeling at the time. So I kept running, distracting myself. And it got to the point where I had to stop because I burnt myself out. And I had to really look and reflect. And by looking at death, I then got to look at life as well.
Because it sounds so simple when you put it like that.
Some of the challenges I faced personally from befriending myself or loving myself is that internalized dialogue, that internalized shame, that sense of unworthiness, and moving away from the voices of other people that I've internalized. And that's why I keep saying you have to keep coming home. It is a practice, because you have to be able to get quiet enough to hear your voice and feel your energy, as opposed to the noise and the stimuli of your parents or the people that you grew up with, or the media or the politics or the ways that people tell us how we need to feel, how we need to act.
Yeah, I feel we all come into the world as a free spirit, and we take on layers of condition and layers of experiences, some of which aren't even our own. We carry them with us. And I feel that when we get to that, and all of us have a capacity to experience a mental health crisis at some point in our life. And I think it's important to really inhabit and nurture a space of healing by allowing ourselves to be taken away from the distractions, because the human experience is full of distractions. There are so many distractions out there.
And they're fun.
And yes, they can be fun, yeah. And they can be fun, and they can take us away from what we need for a temporary period of time, used healthfully. But I also feel that they can also, used incorrectly, take us away from who we are to perhaps a dangerous level as well. And I feel it's about really being with ourselves and being alone and allowing ourselves to have time alone, away from the noise. Mental health can impact anybody, but I also feel that there's stigmatism attached to LGBTQA plus people, that we all experience mental health and nobody else does, and that's a myth. You know, that is untrue. We're human. We're all having a human experience. So, you know, for anyone who has experienced or is experiencing anxiety or depression or PTSD or suicidal ideations or gender dysphoria, it's connecting with people on that.
And things like shame, which are so detrimental and so draining, they dissipate when I hold it out into my community or with close ones, and they say, but that's completely okay. Because usually you find if one person starts, there's almost a sigh, there's a palpable relief, and other people start to share as well, and that's something that we can offer each other.
Most institutions nowadays have a mental wellbeing team and a holistic team. And you know, there's art therapy, maybe art therapy or meditation or yoga practices, but it's creating space for staff to do that and take part in those as well. I'm grateful I'm able to teach in hospitals too, but again, it's management allowing people to go and have that time for themselves and benefit from that. Some institutions also have free therapy available, and mentors that people can approach if they feel comfortable.
There's lots of great intention and many policies, but not always applied in a way that makes sure that people are able to use them. So it's, oh, you should take time for your well-being. It's very important. But then people are set a timesheet of 120%, 130%, 150%. And it's up to you to try and figure out where your well-being fits into that. And I really think that's not fair, and that's something that I'm still campaigning against, is a sense of you need to figure out how to work that in. It needs to be work-life integration, and it needs to be part of company policy and part of the way we do timesheets and part of our ways of working and part of the way we show up for our clients as well, because oftentimes that's it. It's, well, client pressures. But if a client really wants to do business with you and wants the best from you, they need to make sure that you are performing in that thriving zone, because we have been surviving for far too long. And that's not how we can be of service. That's not how we can bring joy. That's not how we can express all the things that we need and what the world needs from us.
Your resilience is built over time. It's a muscle. It's not something I need to have everything the way it is. It needs to be seen that everything's okay and I'm thriving. Because everyone's definition of thriving is going to be very, very different.
Of being like, I don't have anything in my toolkit that works for this. I just wanted to chuck all my toys out the pram, so they say, and be like, why is this not working? I thought I had resilience. I thought I had techniques, and nothing is working. And then realizing that sometimes there's going to be days like that when I don't have anything to fix it, and I just have to feel it, and it sucks, but you just have to give it time and maybe share it with someone if you trust them.
So one technique that I use to bring myself into down regulation if I'm feeling my nervous system is overstimulated, or if anyone has experienced an anxiety, depression or PTSD, is the down regulating breathing technique 4-7-8. So it's breath work, and it's an inhale through the nose, which I'll guide you through. It's suspend the breath for 7 at the top, and then a long slow exhale through the mouth for 8. So if you want to rest your eyes down and just allow yourself to be with your own vibration, and exhale the breath all the way out, and then breathing in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend the breath for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then exhale through the mouth for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend the breath, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale through your mouth, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.